Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to unbox this little tiny slicer that I've been so excited to open. This is the manual mini cutter by Slice, and it goes for about $10 on Amazon. Today we're going to explore some of the features that this little guy has to offer and if it's worth the money. Okay, so this is the Slice manual mini cutter with Slice ceramic blade 2 position. As you can see, it says 11 times longer lasting than steel, safer than metal blades. On the back, there's all these features that will go into depth later. Here, there's a sort of cutout where I could just rip this open. Pop it out, and this is the $10 manual mini cutter by Slice. Ow. Features, you can see that in the front. Here's a textured slider. It is plastic and it doesn't feel like amazing, but when your hands are like sort of sweaty, it's good to be able to grip something where you won't like lose, where it won't slip out of your hand basically. At the top, there's actually an option to switch blades if you're ambidextrous. So if I'm right-handed, I'm obviously going to open the blade like this. But if you're left-handed, you can also open it in the same way, but you can change the blade where it comes out on this side, which is super neat. And we'll definitely take it apart and explore that later in this video. So that was the front. In the back, there's 2 holes for lanyards. I mean, that's, I guess, typical. And then in the back, there's a little switch for that shows the symbols of locking and unlocking. I don't know if you can see that well. Yeah. So there's symbols of locking and unlocking. And basically that allows you to change the blade to either be left-handed or right-handed. Okay, so let's go more into depth on this mini cutter by Slice. So the first thing that really comes to mind is that they have a ceramic blade, as you can see here, rather than a metal one. And ceramic blades are sort of well sought after because they simply last longer. They have a higher hardness than most metal blades, and because of this higher hardness, it takes more to wear them down. And so Slice claims that one ceramic blade is equivalent to up to 11 high-end double-sided metal blades. So, I mean, according to them, you can go through one of these or 11 double-end metal blades. I'm not sure how accurate those claims are, but if you want something that's long-lasting, this is pretty up there. So let's start off with sort of a test with just paper. So I'm gonna apply some decent amount of force, and let's see how well this cuts. I need a good angle. But I'm barely applying any pressure, and it's cutting decently well. I mean, I guess it's hard because it's paper, and it's hard to like actually start the piercing on paper. As you can see, it cuts cleanly. You do have to like push it in a little bit to get some real effectiveness out of it, but it's fairly decent. So we're gonna cut through some of this packaging just to see how effective this blade actually is. And so I put some like decent pressure in, and you can already see that it cuts pretty cleanly. Like a normal blade. I mean, it does take some effort, but I don't think it's out of the ordinary. So I'm gonna do this way. How do I do this? I mean, it's definitely not like cutting paper because this is like pretty thick. But I could make a good slice with fairly little effort. Let's try to cut the plastic. As you can see, it's not too effective against this plastic. But I saw in their ad, like, they claim... Hold on. So another cool feature about this slice blade is that they claim it's magnetic. I'm not sure why that's very useful. I guess you could like attach it to your work belt or something. But to demonstrate, I have my AirPods, and this part is magnetic. And we're just gonna see how magnetic it really is. And so the magnets are sort of right here. Yeah, it's just right in this area. It's basically the circle to the left of slice. As you can see, it's holding on for dear life, but it's still staying on. So I'm not sure the strength of the magnet, but as you can see, like, it's not like I'm trying to wobble it, and it held on for a little bit. So it's not the strongest, but it's also not like horribly weak either. So now, after figuring out what this does, we're gonna attempt to make this blade go from right-handed blade to a left-handed blade. So basically what you do is, you see this lock, right? Lock, unlock. We slide the slider to the unlock, and you can see this little, I don't know if you can see it well, but there's sort of like a tab that pops up in front of the lock, like where the lock slider was before. And so basically we just push this tab in. My fingernails aren't that long, but there you go. You push the tab in, and basically it comes apart like this. And so this is the inside of what the Slice Mini looks like. As you can see, pretty, I guess, simple, I don't know, simple mechanism, I guess. So this is what happens when I slide it in. You can just see the blade going forward. And so in order to change the slice blade from right-handed to left-handed, we just take this out. Let's see, how do I do this? Oh, it just pops out. And let's see. Going from left side, we need to also switch the right blade from this side to this side, because you're going to be cutting in that, like, this blade faces outwards, faces this way, faces outwards of the slice mechanism itself. So this also needs to face outwards. So we flip the blade, slide it in place, and pop this back in. Pop this bad boy back in. Let's see how to do this. There you go. Should be a nice little click. Let's see. Click. Click. Oh, okay. Click. There you go. It wasn't a huge click, but everything has realigned, and we're gonna lock it in place as it is. So now, as we just demonstrated, we just went from a right-hand blade to a left-hand blade. And so that's one of their major selling points, is that you can make this very adaptive to right-handers or left-handers. Honestly though, I get you if you would buy this for like for people that work in a company or something, but for someone to have their own blade, they would prefer to be right-handed or left-handed, not either or both, you know? And so I don't see like, it's just a cool little thing that it's a little cute little selling point that Slice has made to sort of stand out from the rest of the box cutters out there. And so, yeah, I'm going to switch this back, and that was the Slice manual mini cutter.